All right. Well, we're rolling. Keep going.
Well, here we are in downtown Oklahoma City. Happy to be here. Grateful for America. Grateful for these statues, monuments. Grateful that they weren't harmed.
That's right. You know, we were just on a roll and getting such good footage and such good commentary. I don't want it to go to waste.
Right.
Absolutely. And so I'm whipping this little marvel of modern technology out to save this for later.
What is it called? What's it called?
I believe it's an Osmo Mobile. I know it's an Osmo device of some sort. I don't keep track of those little details. I'm forgetful.
It's a gadget.
It's a gadget.
Yeah.
You know, what can I say? I was a dirty sailor on submarines for a number of years. I'm a big, tall guy. I bumped my head a lot.
Yeah. You can't be over 6 foot, right? I work for the Navy. I should know.
Yeah. Anchors away. Anchors all the way.
Yeah. That was 5. I went to work with them when I was 20. And great recruiting station right here in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
And the best 5 years of my life. And when you drank with them, you had to get up with them and come to work.
Yeah.
I didn't do that too well.
Yeah.
What was your designator?
I was a navigation electronics technician on a submarine. In fact, today would be a work holiday for us because of today's date. Today is 7/11, so it's 7/11 today because we are on SSN 711, the USS San Francisco.
Oh, is that right?
That was our hull number.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. And our claim to fame is about 15 years ago, we ran into an underwater mountain at top speed, 550 feet down.
Oh, geez.
I'll show you a picture of the aftermath later.
Oh, my God.
Broke the boat, killed a guy, hurt a bunch of people real bad. Not a good day.
Was that a Zumwalt? Was that a Zumwalt sub?
No, Zumwalt.
Zumwalt, he was the head guy. Yeah, the submarine guy, I can't think of his name.
Admiral Rickover?
Rickover, yeah.
Yeah. Rickover's submarine was 708, I believe. Zumwalt class destroyers.
Yeah.
Elmo Zumwalt. Not Tickle Me.
Really, back when I worked for them, you had, if you were going to go into the submarine officer or whatever, you had to go be interviewed by them.
That's right.
Rickover.
The legendary Rickover interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How do you know so much about
Because I work for the Navy. I work for the Navy as a civilian. There was one guy that really hated me. And I was only 20, and I didn't, he said, "You're pushing a sailor out to sea." And I said, "You know what? I didn't come up with this civil service shit here. No, I'm not. Dang. I'm not pushing nobody
She's a lady, but she curses like a sailor.
Oh, my God, I do. I also learned to drink coffee black there.
If it wasn't for the Navy, I never would have learned to make coffee.
Man.
Yeah.
This is why I couldn't come down earlier. I'm a hothead.
So are we Kendra Horn fans here in CE5? I bring this up because I see Sonic cups.
Yeah.
In the last election cycle, the CEO of Sonic was the single largest in-state contributor to her campaign.
I didn't know that.
I wonder, is that why they
Damn,
moved?
you
Maybe,
thought.
I wonder.
Boo Sonic.
They moved. Their home isn't here anymore.
Really? That's not their headquarters there
I
anymore?
don't think so.
Well, the building is still there, and they
Okay.
still operate. So.
I wonder what was it meant? Something else moved. No, matter of fact, anybody but her.
Anybody but her?
When I found out that that was Kevin Calvi's spot, wasn't it? No.
No, Steve Russell.
Steve Russell.
Lieutenant Colonel Steve Russell, fine fellow American, war hero.
Yeah.
Makes guns. You know that? Do you know he makes guns?
I didn't. He went to Del City High. I know.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has AK-47s. He makes AK-47s. Two River Arms.
I just can't believe she beat him.
He didn't believe it very much either.
It's kind of like Kevin Calvi too. He really got them.
How did that happen?
Well,
How did she beat him?
They got out there and the campaigned a little dirty and a lot of vote harvesting, a lot of early voting, absentee balloting.
You fell for her stuff at first.
I did.
Campaigned as a moderate.
Yeah, she romanced me like crazy on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was even getting personal emails. Rick, we really want you to come over from the Republican side to our side and vote for me. What is it we can do for you?
Well, since she's been in office, she has been I'll be honest about it. She has been incredible when it comes to, here's one of those military acronyms, APC, and I don't mean Armored Personnel Carrier. Accessibility, presence in the community, and constituent services. She's been way out there. She has raised the bar, and if a Republican can beat her, they're going to have some big shoes to fill.
Well, she's been working real hard.
Oh yeah,
ever since.
And that bunch over there today, they're firmly behind her.
What, the indigenous?
And not the indigent, not the ignorant, but the indigenous.
I'm not making fun of them. I can't say it. I got a partial.
Okay.
Indigenous.
Yes, those people.
Those people.
Yes, and their allies.
I have no issue. I never have. I was raised with Indians.
Yes.
I was raised around all races. There's really not a racist bone in my body until you make it about race.
Yeah.
Until you get
When you make it about race, we got a problem.
And so much of that happened today on the other side of that bridge. And it happened as soon as we saw people wearing white shirts. Whites against racism, which is such a contradictory thing to say.
Stood there like this.
Right.
I've never even heard of them.
Right. It's a new thing, and the scary gun-toting people were so friendly and welcoming. But then you go over there and you see, and that's where you meet the grumpy, grouchy people that are giving you the middle finger and telling you F you, F off, F this, F that, and it was just mind-blowing.
They're angry.
It was, and they talk about diversity and inclusion, except us. But then at the same time, when you the few of them that would interact with you, okay, so that's not inclusion because they don't want to interact with you. They question what your motives are to even come out and show up to the event today, and what are you even doing in this space, in our space? These aren't inclusive terms. Not even acknowledging that this is public property. This is everybody's space, and we all have a right to be here.
What is it? Something I learned a long time ago in my retail field was, we have a problem. Tell me what you need.
Yeah.
And they can't tell you.
Yeah.
What can I do to make it right?
Yeah.
They don't know.
That's what he used to do.
Well, I think at the end of the day, there's nothing that'll make it right for them, because they just want to have their cake and eat it too, and they'll never be satiated. No, too much will never be enough for some of them.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because the cause would go away.
Right.
Their exposure would go away, and they wouldn't get all their feel goods from all these people that worship them.
That's it. They need the self-fulfilling prophecy. They need the job security, so to speak.
Justifying their existence.
And there are some other people, some indigenous folk that agree with me when it comes to being a native sovereignty absolutist, thinking that let's carve out an area and say that if we're going to say that there's native sovereignty, let's go all the way with it. Let's do what the United States did with the Philippines in 1946. Complete independence and sovereignty and be an actual nation state.
Right.
Cut the cord completely.
Yeah.
But if you do that, well, then the gravy train dries up. And you can't say that America owes you and owes you and owes you in perpetuity.
Exactly.
And again, there's people that don't want that gravy train to dry up. They want to hold on to that bitterness and bile and anger and venom. And then there's the people that have this self-esteem issue and don't think that they can make it on their own. They want to have that golden parachute. They don't want to walk the tightrope without that safety net. And I tell people, look at what happened after 1947 when Great Britain pulled out of India. Do you think that today India would have a nuclear triad? Would they be a global economic power? Would they be landing things on other planets if India was still basically a British reservation, if you will? Of course not. You can't achieve your full potential when you have those strings attached, when you have those anchor chains holding you back.
Exactly.
So who really wants the best for somebody? But some people don't want to hear it.
No, they don't. Yeah, it's it's like I've worked with women, abused women, in abusive relationships, which I said there's things in abusive relationships. There's two people. One's the abuser, one's the abused, and usually the abused becomes an abuser too. But anyway, when I would sponsor these girls in my program, and when I would get them away from a guy who was just treating them awful, they would go find another one just like him. Just like him. I couldn't believe it. It's, what do y'all want? It keeps me in that vicious cycle.
No.
It keeps me in that. Just
Well, don't get off the feet. I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
They keep perpetuating the cycle.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to do without a man, but yet they can't, their picker's broken. That's what I call it. You just keep picking the wrong man or picking the same one over and over.
Yeah, doing the same thing over and over. Well, who is that? Those infomercials way back when with that blonde lady used to go, "Stop the insanity."
What, yeah. What?
Are you guys leaving?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I can't
Stop the
remember.
insanity.
It'll come to me at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I'll have to look that up later. Oh well. Well, I think I'm going to stop flapping my gums for a moment. So let's push this little red button here. That was.